about something this evening, not business related, not crafting related really. I mean, it somewhat is. But today I was going through my phone, going through my messages, going into my Facebook Messenger. And of course you have message requests. So when someone sends you a message and you may not be connected or enough connected to them, it goes to your message requests folder that's kind of like a spam folder where you can go review it before you want to accept or chat with the person. What I didn't know, and I don't know if you guys know this or not, but when you go into message requests now, and I don't know when this started or if it's always been there, I've just never seen it, there's an actual spam section in message requests. And if you go into that, there's a ton more messages in there. And a lot of them are, just truly spam, and some of them are messages that says hi and it says Facebook user because it is a spam account, somebody phishing or whatever. But went through and looked at those messages today, and there were two things that happened that I read. One was a message from something that happened last March, in March of 2021. I was driving to West Virginia, actually headed to Morgantown to see my daughter at school, and then I was going up to Philadelphia area to visit a company for a site visit for work when I worked for Cricket. And I was driving through eastern Kentucky. There's this area where there's really kind of not much. There's a lot of nothing between the exits and so forth. And over the years, I've traveled this probably hundreds of times over the last 10 or 12 years, and all kinds of weather. And I've stopped a few times to help people for different reasons. Flat tires. I learned a long time ago to carry a plug kit in my car. Actually, in that area was where I got the flat tire, and I learned to carry the plug kit. And so I've stopped and patched a couple of flat tires for people who were stuck in the snow, helped pull them out a couple of times, and just different reasons that I've stopped to help people, because it's pretty barren area over there. If you get broken down, there's certain areas where you're going to walk a good distance before you find any help. And this particular trip, I was driving over, and there was a car off the right side of the highway, and it was like a Lexus SUV or something like that. And all I saw was someone on the other side of the vehicle with a phone up to their head. Didn't see anything else. Went past them, and I thought, I better go, get back and check, make sure this is okay. So I turned around, went back, and there was this lady. She was pretty upset, and she said that something had fallen off a truck in front of her, and her car was making this horrible noise. And she was on the phone with her husband, and so she told her husband. I told her husband, tell her my name and everything, so she'd know, she'd feel safe. Told her where I was from, and just kind of chatted for a minute. So I said, well, let's look at this, and I had her pull a car up. Turned out it was this piece of it was like a piece of a handlebar. It looked like it might have been off a garden tiller or something, and it got jammed up underneath of her rear tire, and she was just kind of dragging it. And I reached back there and pulled it out. Everything was fine. She got back on the road. I remember her telling me, I think she said she was going to a wedding in Ashland, Kentucky or something, and she lived in Lexington, and she tried to pay me, and I said, of course don't do that. And this is just the way where I grew up, way people are. I grew up in West Virginia. Country people, we help each other. We're supportive when there's needs. That's just the way it is. I remember several years ago there was a chemical leak in Charleston, West Virginia, where it contaminated the public water system, and a lot of the area didn't have water for the better part of a month or 6 weeks or something like that. And everyone just helped each other out. People who had well water and everything offered to let people come and take water. I mean, it's just the way it is there. And I didn't think anything about it. Today I opened my I found that spam folder inside my message request, which I didn't know was there, and was just kind of scrolling down through there and saw this message, and I clicked on it, and this lady had messaged me, and here's the message. I'm click cover up her name, but this was the message she sent to me, and I read it today, and I, as you see, responded to her, and it just warmed my heart. And I felt bad because that message came a long time ago and I didn't see it. But at a time when the world is still having difficulties, society is still kind of turned upside down from COVID and everything. The world is still very divided in a lot of ways, and a lot of things going on, and financial things are getting tougher by the day recently. It just made me feel good. And I just wanted to share that with you guys, because it just, it really humbled me that she took the time to hunt me down and find me on Facebook and send me a message. And I thought, that was just incredible. I don't know how many people would have done that. So as I scrolled through these messages, I found a lot of messages from customers and followers from about a year, almost 2 years ago now, a year and 9 months ago, probably, something like that. And a lot of encouraging messages. It's very humbling. And so if you messaged me on Facebook back then with those words of encouragement, people sent me links to songs, Bible verses, just again, very, very humbling. And if you were one of those people that sent me a message and I didn't read it or I didn't respond, I want you to know that I've now read them. And I'm very humbled, and I thank you.